This is your prime time forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Dr. Don's Weather is made possible by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College and the venue at 5 Points Farms. Here's Dr. Don.
Happy Monday, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don in here with you for your Monday morning primetime forecast for September 23rd, 2024. Brought to you by our friends down at the venue at 5 Points Farms. Be sure and give them a call the next time you have an outdoor event or an indoor event or an event, period. Because Mr. Jeff and Miss Cindy can handle all of your venue needs. Beautiful, gorgeous location right there in Northeast Chambers County. Give them a call at 334-864-0087 or check them out online at 5pointsfarms.com. And for your insurance needs, get your ducks in a row with Dukas at 256-831-7770. Well, let's back up. We do have a lot to talk about today, but first thing I want to tell you is today will be just fine. It's going to be awfully hot out there as high pressure continues to have a big hold on our weather across East Alabama and West Georgia. We should remain dry through at least Wednesday, maybe Wednesday night before we start to see any rain, and we do have tropical trouble looming. Let's go ahead and advance to that tropical outlook slide. Here's the latest from the National Hurricane Center. They're watching two areas out, one in the southern Atlantic out there way off to the east, and then the one that we're concerned about is that potential tropical storm that is in the process of developing in the Caribbean, and we think that will slip right between Cuba and the Yucatan Peninsula and end up in the southern Gulf of Mexico, maybe fairly rapidly. We may see this thing develop today or tomorrow, and then it will move north. And it could be a problem for Alabama and for Georgia. Here's the latest. We don't have a hurricane track yet from the National Hurricane Center, and here's why. This storm has not developed yet, and it's almost impossible, folks. Please listen to me, because you're going to see all kinds of stuff out there on the internet today. It's almost impossible to predict exactly what we're going to end up with. It's almost impossible to predict where it's going to go and who it's going to affect and the intensity. We don't have the storm yet. Until the storm develops and we send Hurricane Hunter aircraft into the storm and start getting drop zone data, it's almost impossible to tell you what's going to happen. Now, what you're seeing on the internet, on social media, is what the models are telling us is going to happen, and that may very well verify. I mean, it certainly is possible. But understand, until the thing actually develops, you can't put good current data into the computers and get good current data out of the computers. So please understand how this works. We cannot tell you with any great confidence what's going to happen here until the storm develops. That may happen later today or sometime tomorrow. So we don't have a hurricane track from the National Hurricane Center yet. What you're looking at is that red hatched area is the area we believe the storm will develop. Now, if it does develop in this area, and given the current conditions we know about right now, this is what may happen. May, I say. There's all kind of possibilities here, but this is the best guess. And I'm telling you, that's all this is a guess at this point. If this were to verify, if this is correct, this is going to be a major problem for East Alabama and probably most of the state of Georgia, because we're looking at bringing this on shore somewhere around Apalachicola as a Category 2, maybe 3 and there are a handful of models that are saying Category 4. Around Apalachicola, anywhere from Panama City back over to the Big Bend area. And then basically bringing it right up the Alabama-Georgia state line before curving it back to the northwest across North Alabama. Now, this would put East Alabama and West Georgia directly under the track of the hurricane. It would be a tropical storm, most likely, by the time it made it up into our coverage area. And then the rest of Georgia, and I'm not talking about just South Georgia, I'm talking Middle Georgia and North Georgia, would be on the dirty side of the storm, the side of the storm where tornadoes and extremely heavy rainfall will all be possible. Tropical storm force winds. We're talking winds, in the 50, 60, maybe even 70 mile per hour category would be possible across East Alabama, West Georgia, and maybe even as far as the Northeast Georgia mountains as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That seems to be the window of opportunity. Now, that's a possibility. I'm telling you, that is only a possibility at this point. Again, until the storm develops later today or tomorrow, the confidence level on this happening is medium at best, probably less than that. So, I mean, everybody who lives in the southeastern United States should be very well prepared for tropical storms and hurricanes anyway, especially those of you who live down on the Gulf Coast. You should be ready for this anytime during hurricane season. So, start thinking about what you would do if you lose power for 3 to 5 days. Start thinking about whether you have the necessities to get through that period of time. Talking about water, food, and that sort of things. It's not time to run to the store and buy up all the milk and bread. It's not time to run to the store and start boarding up your windows. But understand that may become necessary, and it may become necessary rather quick. Again, this storm has the potential of developing rapidly and moving to the north fairly rapidly. It also has the potential of being nothing much more than a big, broad, low pressure system that would just bring us rain. There's all kind of possibilities out there. This is the best guess. I said guess, not forecast, at this point. I'm going to pass the hat here in a few minutes if you guys want to make a donation. Preaching to you this morning. But I just want to make sure you understand, Dr. Don's not telling you that this is what's going to happen. I'm just giving that to you as a possibility that this is what we could see as we head toward the end of this week. I'm pretty confident that we're going to get something off of this. As to this extreme, I don't know yet. My confidence level is just not, it's not there, and it won't be until the storm actually develops. All right, let's move forward. Let's take a look at your current conditions across East Alabama and West Georgia at this hour. 71 degrees is the temperature. It feels like 72 out there. It's already getting muggy a little bit. Wind out of the west gusting to 3 occasionally. Humidity 93%. The barometric pressure 29.95. Dew point 69. High temperature 90.9 yesterday. We currently have clear skies. Sunrise at 6:31. The sun sets this evening at 6:38 p.m. It is going to be another hot day across East Alabama and West Georgia. We start the day off clear, maybe a few broken clouds this afternoon. We could actually even get a shower this afternoon, unrelated to the storm in the Gulf that hasn't developed yet. Have I mentioned that? 92 will be the high temperature in Roanoke today. 91 in Ashland. We'll hit 93 in Lafayette, and Dadeville will top out this afternoon at 93 degrees. So here's your 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent for today. We start the day with mostly sunny conditions. In the heat of the afternoon, there might be just enough moisture out there to spark a few widely scattered showers, or perhaps perhaps even a thunderstorm. We'll give you a 20% chance, high 92, down to 70 tonight. Then on Tuesday, we're looking at mostly sunny, 89. Begin to see the possible effects of this storm Tuesday night after midnight with a 40% chance of showers. Then on Wednesday, a 60% chance of rain, 79. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the moment appear to be the wettest days. If this thing does develop, we're looking at an 80% chance of rain on Thursday, 73. Showers and thunderstorms, tropical downpours, all possible. We could even be looking at some severe weather. We could be looking at tropical storm force winds, or it may just be a moderate to heavy rainfall event. We could certainly use some rain. We just don't want the severe stuff to go with it. 50% chance of rain on Friday. Already getting text and messages from folks across East Alabama and West Georgia wanting to know what to do about football games this Friday night. I wish I could tell you. At this point, I offer no information to you because it hasn't developed yet. That's the key thing here, folks. We can't give a forecast on something that has not developed. I would say that right now, given the information we have at this very moment, it doesn't seem plausible to back the games up to Thursday because we could be just as wet Thursday or potentially even wetter on Thursday than on Friday. So at the moment, now this could change later today. It could change tomorrow. But at the moment, I would not suggest moving the games back to Thursday. I don't think that's going to do you any good. We may have to play football in the rain on Friday night, and it's possible that we may have to look at moving some games to Saturday. I don't know. I would tell you my suggestion to you, if you got to make that decision, is just wait to the absolute last second to make that decision. I know that's not popular, but in this particular situation, if you move your game to Thursday night, you're running a high risk that the weather could even be worse on Thursday night than Friday night. If you don't move the games, there's a high risk the weather could be worse on Friday night than on Thursday night. So you see what we're up against. Hopefully we'll get much better clarification as we get into later today and into tomorrow. Saturday, a few showers may be hanging around Saturday morning, or they may change this and we may have rain all day on Saturday. Who knows? Well, we'll have it for you as soon as we get it here at Dr. Don's Weather. Let's go ahead and take a look at your radar this morning, and we're showing no precipitation across East Alabama and West Georgia. But if we zoom out a little further, you can see that we do have a trough coming through Texas and to Arkansas, and that's going to continue sliding to the east today, and it may bring a few showers across East Alabama and West Georgia as we get later in the day. But most of you will not see any rain this afternoon. Whew, that was a lot. Folks, let me say this. Over the next couple of days, maybe for the entire week, we'll be covering this for you here on Dr. Don's Weather. We'll either have posts on social media or I'll be live with you from time to time, and we'll give you all the latest information. It'll be factual information. I'm just being honest with you this morning. A lot of information out there on social media, a lot of gloom and doom. Don't go there just yet. This thing has not developed. In case you missed that earlier when I said it about 50 times. But anyway, so be sure and support us if you can. You can go over to our weather store. The link's at the top of the video on YouTube. It's at the bottom of the video. And support us by picking up a T-shirt, a coffee cup, or a Dr. Don cap. You can also find multiple links there on how you can just send us a donation if you'd like to do it that way. We greatly appreciate it, and we depend on your support to be able to continue to do this for East Alabama and West Georgia. So if we have any major breaking news throughout the day weather-wise, I'll post it on social media, and we'll do a live update this evening for you on Weather Talk right here on Dr. Don's Weather. Have a fantastic Monday. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. I'll see you back in here first thing tomorrow morning, if not tonight, on Dr. Don's Weather.
This has been your prime time forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Southern Union State Community College, the venue at 5 Points Farms and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery. Dr. Don's Weather is supported by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Be sure to like us on Facebook, share us with all of your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.